All right. It's still morning on the West Coast, so good morning again. This is the Internet Number Resource Status Report for all the RIRs. It's in a new format, so this will be the first time I'll be given this format. I believe AP Nick used this format in their last meeting, and it's what the RIRs are going to use going forward. Okay, so first slide here, it just shows the distribution of the 256/8s from IANA and where they all sit today as far as how they were distributed from IANA. I don't believe we update this at all when we do transfers and stuff, so this will never change. This is how they were issued out from IANA. Saw the available IPv4 space at each of the RIRs in terms of /8s. As you can see, ARIN says 0.0, which is true as far as current space. However, I know people will be saying, well, how do you keep issuing space out to the wait list then? And as John alluded to this morning, we get space returned, revoked. We have space that has been returned and revoked that we have a very elaborate procedure and process in place that we go through to make sure that it actually can be reissued. So at times you will see, usually once a quarter, you will see some address space being given out to the wait list, and that's because it takes that, each quarter we go through the space that we can. We have we get about 5 or 6 directors and employees in a room, and we go through each one of those net blocks and make sure that, hey, we're doing this right. We're not going to harm anybody. Nobody's going to come back and say, hey, you gave my addresses away. I'm using those. So it is very work intensive, and that's why it takes long. That's why we do it once a quarter. This is IPv4 space issued by the RIRs. We went back 10 years. So as you can see, it has gone down and down and down to where you can just barely see a little bumps there for 2018. Okay, IPv4 transfers. This is exclusive of mergers and acquisitions, so it's just your actual, what we call market transfers, but it's not called that everywhere, but it's what we kind of refer to it as. So inter-RIR, the intra-RIR IPv4 transfers, as you can see, they have grown. The 2018 is year to date. It's not a projection of the whole year. So ARIN's already surpassed. RIPE is getting up there. I don't think there's anything there that you wouldn't expect to see. Now, that was the number of transfers. This is the number of addresses. It's just a little bit different. As in 2017, I believe RIPE had more transfers, but it involved less address space. But again, nothing real big to point out there. Okay, this one is the inter-RIR transfers, and as you can see, it only involves 3 of the RIRs, since the other 2 RIRs currently don't have an inter-RIR transfer policy passed. This is the number of the transfers between the RIRs, but what's more important, or more telling is when you go to the number of IPv4 addresses transferred. So as you can see, from ARIN to AP Nick, there is 16.5 million, which actually today it's a little over 18 million. This was just up to the end of the second quarter. And to RIPE, 8.1 million. And as you can see, coming the other way, it's a lot less, 111,000 from AP Nick and 290 30,000, I think that's a mistype, because I think it's more like 29,000. I just noticed that, sorry. But that actually is, because we have got less from RIPE than we have from AP-NIC. Moving right on to IPv6. This is just the, again, the allocation from IANA down to the RIRs. You have the 5/12s that each RIR has one of those, and then there was another /12 originally that there was space given out to the different RIRs. So, IPv6 allocations per year from each RIR. As you can see, RIPE leads the way with that. LACNIC is right behind, and ARIN has been pretty steady over the years. As you can see, we don't get big any years, and we don't get small. It's been pretty steady. It's really weird because we do. Since I've been there 2 years, we do about 100 IPv6 requests a month, and it's really steady. We do 100 IPv4 requests a month, and it's been that steady for, as you'll see in my department report tomorrow. Total allocated IPv6 space. Again, the numbers are there. RIPE, AP-NIC, ARIN. LACNIC is down there, but LACNIC has about, I believe it's north of 90% of their members and organizations have IPv6. Prefixes assigned per year. So again, it's the last 10 years. Nothing real telling there. Nothing that you wouldn't expect. The total size of the IPv6 in /48s that each RIR has assigned. So as you can see, the number of /48s in the LACNIC region is, assignments are a lot more than anywhere else. Okay, so this slide here is the members. Owen last year, or maybe the year before, had requested that we throw in members with IPv6 only into this slide. So we have done that. So as you can see in ARIN, we have 48.2% of our members have IPv4 and IPv6, and then another 9.6 have IPv6 only. Again, I'll state that that doesn't mean that they only have IPv6. That means they only have direct IPv6 from ARIN. They could have IPv4 from their upstreams. You know, but as far as direct assignments or direct allocations, that's those are the numbers. AS numbers. Don't know what to say about it. The numbers are there. You can see for yourself where they are. ARIN continues to, we actually give out probably more of the 16-bit ASs than, and it's because we have, like we had a lot of legacy, we had a lot given out. We do get a lot back. Surprisingly, when people transfer off their IPv4 addresses and all they have left is AS number, they don't bother to pay for it and it gets revoked. We have a lot of revocation of AS numbers every month, and those get cleaned. They get cleaned up the same way as the IPs. If they're not being used, we hold them for 6 months after they've been returned, and then they go back into the pool. The way the ARIN community has asked ARIN to process ASN requests is that we treat them all the same. They're all in one pool, and the lowest number that is in that pool and available at the time that an ASN number is approved, final approved, it's paid, and RSA, whatever else needs to be done, the next AS number in the pool automatically gets assigned to that customer's request. Again, AS number per each RIR each year. As I said, you can see that ARIN does give out quite a bit of the 16 equal. We're about equal. Trying to see what's the shaded is, I can't tell from the 32-bit, must be the shaded. Yes, because most of the other IRs give out 32-bit. So the lines on there are the 32-bit, and the solid is the 16-bit.
Right. You see ARIN has still giving out some 16 and RIPE still giving out some 16.
Yeah, most everybody else is giving out mostly 32s. That we'll work on that slide. I think we need to get that to show up a little bit better.
Yeah, and two oranges
Sorry.
need to become orange and another color.
Yeah. Orange and red. It's supposed to be red, John, but okay, got it. So there, and then there's the total. This one's a little bit easier to read, but still, to my eyes, it's hard. Okay, and there's your references that if you really want to go back and look at all these numbers, you can go to the nro.net site and look them up. And if you have any questions about them, you can come to the mic now, or you can see me afterwards. All right, yes, Lee.
Lee Howard, Batavia. On the statistics about transfers, I got a little lost. Was that year to date, or was that overall transfers?
Let's go back and see. With the inter?
Yes, the inter RIR
That was
transfers.
total.
Total of all for all time. Okay, thank you.
Total through all time, yes. That one there? Yes, those are totals. Owen?
Owen DeLong, Sale Internet, ARIN AC. A couple of comments. One on the, actually both on the V6 issuance slide. If we can get that one back up. There.
Yeah, okay.
The first comment is that, at least on these projectors, the contrast between APNIC and RIPE is quite minimal, and I would suggest changing the color of at least one of them to be more contrasting.
Thank you.
Yep.
The second comment is you said you're doing about 100 V6 issuances per month. How is that possible and we're below?
I didn't say issuance, I said requests.
Okay. So we don't have anywhere near a one-to-one relationship between V6 requests and allocations?
The requests are also for assignments.
Got it, and this is allocations only?
Yes.
Okay, and we don't have an assignment slide?
Yes, we did.
We did. Sorry, I missed it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for the input. I see Ingrid's writing notes down there too, so I think she's probably the next one that might have to give this presentation. Yes.
Martin Levy, Cloudflare. In regards to the recycled ASNs and something that you said on that,
yes.
As a company that is the recipient of one of these recycled ASNs, the cleanup process needs to also include a friendly note towards the IRR community, both your own IRR, of course, which I know you deal with, but the others as well. I went through a fairly prolonged process of cleaning up, which ultimately ended up in the IRR contacting the owner of the ASN to confirm whether I was allowed to get something deleted. Of course, as I was the new owner of the ASN, I approved myself. But this would be, yeah, think about that for a moment. The point is that in the world of RPKI and signed data, you would be doing a natural cleanup anyway. But the IRR, the legacy environment, is one that I think you should add to this process, or at least highly recommend I should say I highly recommend you should add to this process.
Great input. We will do that. Today, what part of our process, we look to see if it's actually being used on the internet. We have tools to do that, but we do not go back and look at IRRs.
Yeah, that.
We can do that.
Thank you.
And it's actually a great suggestion. Thank you very much, Mark. Let's go ahead, Michael.
Mike Joseph Mode, just a minor point of feedback. You do start with a slide showing all the top-level allocations of IPv4 space to RARs, but as you show shortly thereafter, there's been a significant movement of address space, particularly out of the ARIN region. It would be good to show a slide documenting how much address space is currently held in each region. Now, if I missed it, I apologize, but I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, and that first slide is actually, that shows what is actually on the IANA pay, and IANA does not update how they have issued out.
Right. I'm asking you to.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that back.
Since
and-
that first slide's never going to change,
Yes,
and
never.
anyone can build it from going to the IANA, maybe the first slide should show a pie chart with the current distribution.
Exactly. Thank you.
That might be more useful.
Yep, got it.
John has done so well, and we have so much time that we should keep him up here and have him present more information about transfers.